who should do what.
Yeah. All right, stand up, go to the railing.
Oh, goodness.
Yay! There's Michael. There's Trisha. There's Matthew. Hi! Nice sign! These guys are crazy. They're gonna wake the whole neighborhood up. I'm not sure they're staying. I'm not sure. Huh?
I would guess not.
I don't know what they're. We'll see.
I don't even think that's home.
The what? Oh, Pat's not home? Well, that's actually good.
Well, I don't know. I thought going out earlier, so.
Whose dog is barking? Caitlin.
Oh,
Olivia's in the back.
always.
Yeah. You're crazy.
Nice hair.
Yeah. Wave to Matt.
Oh.
Happy birthday, kiddo!
Thank you.
Nice job! Woohoo! Let me see the sign.
Okay, so. Hi. Hi. No work yet. No, not yet. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. You gotta be patient. Maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe. We hope. Yeah.
It's bright outside. It's bright. Yep.
You get shaved. Oh, and you look nice. Yes. Who helped you shave? Who did it? You did it? Oh, one of the staff? Oh, there we go. Yep.
Yeah.
You wash your hands all nice. That's good. That's good. Good for you. And you keep cough like this. Cough like that, right?
Last time I checked. Comment by your mayor. In this part of the country, we don't have.
Just getting ready to start a trail, Camp Massasoit in Plymouth, Mass, South Plymouth. This is former camp, but these are trails that are still in existence. To my right is a housing development, so just beyond those trees. So the housing development took out the camp. The housing development is around Elbow Pond, but some of these trails still exist. They exist beyond the housing development. Some horses over there. Makes sense because there are some hoof prints down on the trail. Looks like there's a smaller trail here, so let's take this one. Came to a crossroads here. I might end up taking this one next, but let me stay to the right and see where this leads. Alright, made it over that. I didn't keep the camera rolling because the footage would have been a bit too shaky. Let's continue. Looks like we're coming to the end, so maybe that wasn't the right trail to take. Very short and nowhere to go. Guess I'll head back down and take that left at the fork. Okay, so here we are. I'm gonna take that left and see where this trail leads. Hopefully it's more exciting than the one I just came off of. Looks significantly wider. Just picked this piece of wood up here since there are no markers, and we came to another fork. I think I'm going to take the one on the right. The one on the left will probably go down to the development. So just to mark my space and remember which direction I took, hopefully that will work, and we'll take the right. Well, again, another short trail that's leading to the development. And it doesn't look like there's anywhere to go. So we'll just turn around and see if there's another trail to take. A lot of this area has become developed. All right, we're back to that piece of wood I put in the tree. And we took the right instead of the left coming from this direction. So let's take the left. And I don't know if you can hear it, but there are hammers in the distance there. So we might be heading into another development. Let's see. Trail's pretty well marked, or not marked, it's just pretty well flattened. There are no markers on this trail. Just stepped over that branch, continuing this way, but it doesn't look like I'll be continuing much longer. And yet another fence. Likely a trail that is now part of someone's property. Well, turning around again. Not on any particular trail too long before we find out it ends. I think there's something off here to the left, not very well trampled. I'll go down it a bit, but I'm not sure that there's anything here. I might cut across to the trail I started on just seconds ago. I think it's pretty safe to say there's no marked area. I mean, the ground hasn't been stomped on enough to create any kind of a path. So I guess we'll just head back, do this little cut through here, and head back the way I came. Coming upon the stick that I laid down just to indicate which direction I was headed, so I could easily find my way back. Okay, this has to be looking familiar now. This time I just happened to see that there is a trail to the right, so we'll give this a try. Sound of buildings getting closer. Just came from there. Looks like there is a path somewhere down here. Very faint. I'm going to stick with this one for a bit. Alright, well, with that said, there really isn't much to see beyond here. There's a house and a road, and there's a car that just went by, so we're really at the end of this trail, too. Rather disappointing. That's what happens when an area gets developed. Alright, so we'll turn around and we'll head back the way we came. Okay, well, we came from down there. We've gone up there. We've gone down there. So I guess the only other way is to go back the way we came. Which would be down here. There's the fork. We just came from the left, took the right earlier. Didn't bring me anywhere but right up against a development. So now, this is the way I came into the whole thing. So let's go out this way. Okay, well, that was a short distance. Just came from here. Went up here earlier, saw the horses, and came from there. And this will lead me back out to the development. Coming up to what looks like a balance beam. I'll give it a try. I was never very good at those. Started up there, a few hundred yards. So I didn't actually cover much ground in relation to this road. It was all done back there. I'll go down this road to see if there might be any trails. The trailheads are likely swallowed up by the houses, so I might find a trail kind of in mid-trail, if you will. Coming up to a house being worked on, some 100 yards away. Be interesting to see if they, after they build this out, if there are trails that are put in place, if the old trails are rehabbed. Working away during quarantine, this pandemic, certainly construction, not all construction has been halted. I think my best chance of finding a trail would have been where I was. There may be trails to the left and behind those houses. Elbow Pond is straight ahead. I'd be able to see a little bit of the water right about there. I came from that road on the right, walked around, there's those houses, and Elbow Pond is to the right. And if we follow this for a little bit, we should be able to get to where some of the structures to Camp Massasoit were. There's another view of Elbow Pond, and we are going straight ahead. There's a dirt path that will lead to what's left of some structures. That right there to my left looks like it's something that may have belonged to the camp when it was here. Again, in relation to where we're going, right there. A few things to see here. Straight ahead is a chimney that belonged to some kind of house. On my right, small cabin, almost like some kind of a station. And to my left, just a small shelter that might have had some material regarding the camp posted. And to my left is a road that I've taken before. It leads to another development. There's the road we came in on. The development there, you can see in the distance. The small shed. Path that will lead to Elbow Pond and that structure. The only thing standing, the chimney. All that's left to whatever structure was here. There's a path there that will lead to the pond. We're not quite at the pond yet. There's the pond. And here's some trees that have, looks like climbing posts on them. All part of the camp, I'm sure, when it was here. There's a birdhouse. Don't know if anyone's home. Okay, at the end of this, if we take a left, we should be at Elbow Pond. Coming up to pond, and I think a couple of ways to go. Go to the right. Both paths would lead to the pond, because the pond is so close. I would assume that Elbow Pond is given its name because of its shape. Here is Elbow Pond. And it looks like this setup here, looks like it was set up for campers. There's some kind of a shower, changing area. I wouldn't say shower, just a changing area. Well, thanks for coming along. This hike through what used to be Camp Massasoit is now turned into a housing development. There were parts of trails, just remnants of trails, and well, the pond is still here. I want to thank you again for coming along and hope you stay safe during this pandemic.
The coronavirus outbreak has changed the world in multiple ways. Most major countries have gone into lockdown, families have been separated. The world's in chaos. Seeing friends is now a distant memory. School's closed, and we're all isolated, confined to our homes, except for the occasional run to get groceries. The economy's crashing. Businesses are shutting down everywhere. People are filing for unemployment at an unprecedented rate. It's had a big effect on my life as well. I've had to undergo a lot of changes, adapt to a different environment than what I'm used to. Here's a view of my life in quarantine. I wake up around 7 in the morning, I brush my teeth, and then I go for a run. I normally try to go run around 2 to 3 miles, and it takes me around 20 to 25 minutes. I'm trying to close down to 3 miles in under 20 minutes. After my run, I take a shower, and then I do a light workout. 30 push-ups, 25 sit-ups, 25 of these. I forget what it's called. Followed by a 2-minute plank. The rest of the morning is pretty relaxed. And around 4, I go outside. I do some ball work, prepare myself for soccer. And I do some practice with my brother because, well, there's no one else I can practice with. After I get back, from around 5 to 6, I do schoolwork on Google Classroom, finish off any homework I have to do that's due in the next couple of days, plan out the rest of my schedule for the week in terms of homework. After that, sometimes I enjoy doing small cooking here and there, making sandwiches and that kind of stuff. Or, in this scenario, a cake. Here's how it came out. Not too bad for a first attempt. I also enjoy painting, which is something that I haven't been able to do a lot, but because of quarantine, I've gotten more time on my hand, which allows me to do this. I've gotten this so far. Looking pretty good for someone who hasn't painted in 2 years. And, well, that's about it. That's my typical day in quarantine. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.